What's going on, everybody? We got this Evinrude 150 out here again. We just had it in the shop here recently, and it was in the shop for close to about 3 or 4 weeks. So the reason why it went in the shop was because the foot down here, I went to change the gear oil out in it, and it ended up having a lot of water in it. And really, it was nothing but water and oil mixture. There was no oil at all. So that was the main reason why I took it, and while it was there, I had them to check out why it was so hard to start. If any of y'all have been watching my last video on it, on the cold start, y'all could tell I was having issues getting it to start up. So anyway, I took it to the shop, told them what was going on, asked them if they could check it out. So and they were thinking the same thing. They think it was either a weak battery or it was a choke solenoid right here. So anyway, they called me back, and it ended up being the trigger up here needed to be replaced. They said the choke solenoid was fine and the battery was testing out fine. They said it ended up being the trigger up here, and you can see they replaced the plugs right here, and that's the new trigger right there. It's CDI Electronics, and it's still a little bit on it still takes you about a couple times to get it crunked, but it ain't near what it was though. Of course, you know, at some point in time before I took ownership, somebody had replaced the stator up there, so the stator's been replaced. And then I went ahead and replaced the solenoid whenever I got it back for the starter. It started getting where it didn't want to crank, so I went ahead and swapped that out. And then I got another starter that's on the way. I'm gonna replace that just for the heck of it. I done did all this work, might as well replace the starter. You can get them on Amazon about 60 bucks for a starter, so they don't hurt to do it. I know that he did do the spark plugs, so it's got all new 6 spark plugs on it. I don't think he did nothing to the carburetors. The carburetors, I think they were fine. It was mainly the water pump had to be replaced, and then a lot of the work was down here in the foot, redoing it, because it was, I mean, it was a mess. And I still got this problem with the fuel tank on this boat, that it keeps getting water in it. I don't know what's going on with it, but I ordered me a new 12-gallon tank that should be here by Thursday or Friday of this week. I know I just ordered it, and it just said it was showing up Thursday, so if it shows up Thursday, then I'm gonna try to take it to the river Friday and see what it'll do, see how it rolls. I mean, when you got some, if it's got a good gas to it, I mean, it's running fine. I mean, obviously, but it just won't. I keep putting gas in this internal tank on the boat, and it just, I don't know what it is. Either water's getting to it, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, I've drained the tank several times. I'm either just not getting it all out, or I don't know what's going on. So I'm just gonna bypass that whole tank. I got a 12-gallon on the way, and then I'm gonna just have it sitting on the floor up here until I decide what I'm gonna do with it. But I just wanted to do an update video on that, and then I want to start it for a minute to let's see the changes it made, the trigger made up here to this. It's starting up and running. So I'm gonna pause y'all right quick, and then I'm gonna go on and get everything set up.